Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, you guys. Just wanted to pop in with another Essence interview that may have been forgotten. Now, this one was regarding Diddy, family over everything after the death and passing of Kim Porter. Also, an Essence interview where you could see the cover here. It's Sean Combs with his 3 daughters. One love. And this was from April 2019. The magazine was May 2019. And let's get into it. It says, since the untimely passing of his soulmate, Kim Porter, Sean Diddy Combs and his children have experienced their share of grief and growing pains. In the aftermath, the self-proclaimed bad boy for life has had to learn that his loved ones come first, and he wouldn't have it any other way. The outpouring of love and grief following Kim Porter's sudden death last fall surprised even those who knew her. On the morning of November 15th, 2018, 1 month before her 48th birthday, she didn't wake up. She was a stunning, poised, world-class beauty who lived a glamorous public life, yet she never considered herself a celebrity. That's what made her so classic and what I liked about her. She was still a normal person. She wanted to be like every other mom. And like her beauty didn't even faze her. Like, you know what I mean? It's just such a shame. She was one of a kind. Going back to the article, weeks after her passing from pneumonia, strangers were still posting heartfelt tributes. It felt as if we were mourning royalty. Kim started out as a model whose beauty took her from Columbus, Georgia to New York City in the early 90s. Sean Diddy Combs, he'll always be Puff to me, had a crush on her when she was working part-time at Uptown Records. He was an ambitious record man who dreamed to make great music and build a cultural institution. Oh, yeah. When they fell in love, those of us who knew Puff understood that she was the one. They would turn out a red carpet within what they called black love. What? Let me read that again. They would turn out a red carpet with what they called their black love. Okay. When we got dressed up, I couldn't believe anyone could be that beautiful in real life, Puff told me in an interview. She was like a gazelle. Yeah, I was gonna say in the past video that I did where we had that missing deleted interview in the Essence magazine with Kim, to me, she came off very classic. And I even said, I think Puffy during this time held her to a different standard. I mean, she was the mother of his children, and he kind of hid a lot of things from her. He sheltered her that way. He didn't want her to know. And I don't think it was just because he didn't want the world to know. I think he didn't want to disappoint her. I actually really deep down think he really did have love and respect for this woman. But like I said before in the other video, shit changed. When she left, shit started to change. And this article, I believe, is just one of the steps he made to make him look as if, you know, he would never do such a thing. He's all about his family. And I think it wasn't just for the public. I think it was for his own children. He wanted them to be conditioned and, in a way, brainwashed to believe this. So down the road, in the future, if they question things, they would look back and see, oh no, you know, Puffy, daddy, he respected mama. But shit's been being exposed, and I think these children will wake up. So Kim started out as a model. Oh, we said that already. Where am I? Like all great women, Kim was complex and known as much for her kindness as for her possession. She and best friends Ebony Electra and Nicole Johnson were instrumental in promoting talent like Janelle Monáe under the banner of their company, Three Brown Girls. I didn't know that. Kim's small, tight-knit circle of friends sustained her, but it was her 4 children who were the center of her world. Privately, Kim helped Puff grow into a better man and father. When she began dating him, she was a single mother and insisted that she and her son, with I'll be sure, Quincy Brown, came as a package deal. Puff so-called honors that to this day. That's another video that's coming out as well about Quincy. Years later, he and Kim would welcome their son, Christian, but Puff also made Kim suffer publicly. Although she grappled with accepting his daughter, Chance, born weeks before the couple's twins, Delilah and Jesse, the pain he caused her never compromised her dignity. Her last Instagram post celebrated their unconventional family, the children they share, and Puffy's other children, including oldest son Justin, whom she loved as her own. Now, on the first Mother's Day without Kim, Puff recalls the moment his world was turned upside down and given new focus. See, that's another thing that was well loved and respected of her, that despite what he put her through with embarrassment of cheating and having a child behind her back with someone else, she accepted that child, and she never acted out or showed any jealousy or any negative energy at all towards that child and their family, which is absolutely very rare nowadays. It's sad to say that, but Kim Porter was one of a kind for sure. Let's see. It has a side note here. Dreamhampton. Essence has made a historic and possible controversial decision to put a man on the cover in celebration of Mother's Day. Oh my God, I'm sure that gave Puffy like a fucking ego trip right there. Like, I'm the first man on Mother's Day on the cover of this magazine. I'm sorry, you guys. I never liked Diddy. I've never liked him, even when he was Puffy. Why the hell he wanted to be called Puff Daddy says a lot right there. But I think we've all figured it out by now. Anyways, this isn't so much about you as a single father, but as a tribute to Kim Porter. Her sudden passing affected people in such a profound way. Talk to us about that day, please. I wish they honestly just had the kids, but I guess that wouldn't really fly since they're very young here. What? But like, why has he got to have his shirt off? Oh, ugh. I'm very repulsed by this man. Sean Puffy Combs is a testament to who Kim was. Oh, dear Lord. How she touched people, the grace and poise she had, the way she changed the room as soon as she entered. She was unforgettable. The day turned my world upside down. 3 days before she passed, she wasn't feeling well. She had the flu, which we all know. If you look this up and do your research or check out BJ, That Surprise Witness, her video, it will explain everything. She was tested while she was alive and afterwards for autopsy for flu and pneumonia. And supposedly there was none of that. So what the hell? So it looks like Puffy has been with this narrative from the very beginning. And she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. One night, I was checking on her and she was like, Puffy, take care of my babies. She actually said that to me before she died. Of course, I worry about the girls. Now, in my opinion, in my speculation, if she really said, Puffy, take care of my babies, she knew what was going on. Or she had an idea that, okay, this isn't just a normal sickness. This poor woman. She wasn't, at first, she wasn't really afraid of Diddy, but then more and more that she found out that was going on after she had left him, of the person he had become, I do believe she started to fear. And that's why she was taking notes and speaking to people before her passing. The day must have been so hard just managing the news and making sure you got your kids before they saw it on social media. I jumped into my mommy mode. I sent people in every direction to try and make sure the kids would not hear about it on social media or the news. Yeah, you probably wanted to get on top of it because you didn't want people that kind of had an idea that this was probably not natural to spill out any beans or leak out any information, and your kids would, hold that against you. That's probably why you jumped on this fucking bandwagon so fast. I had to get the girls' school and find Quincy, who was on set in Atlanta. Christian was on a plane, and I had his phone disconnected so he wouldn't read it in the air. You disconnected his phone.
What is that?
The lengths you would go and the power. Every time Kim and I talked, it was about the kids. She cared about them the most. We'd check in as friends, of course, but we never had a conversation that didn't include the kids. That, I would say, is because Kim made sure of that.
Hello,
she made that very clear in past interviews that, she will be a friend to Diddy, but her like first priority is always her kids. It was like some superhero shit. Oh! I ain't gonna lie. On some level, I knew she was training me for this. I knew that. I had to be ready to do whatever I was supposed to do if something like this was to ever happen. There was screaming and crying when I heard the news, of course, but I had to ask myself, what would Kim do? I was scared, and I was crying out to God and to her, and almost immediately Kim's voice kicked in, and I could hear her saying, make sure you take care of my babies. What has life been like for you since? Have you changed as a father? Before this, I was a part-time father, My family was always first, but there were countless times when I chose work over everything else. But every day I can hear her telling me to go and spend time with the kids and make sure everybody's all right, like she would do. I'm just a lot more present, and most important, now my kids come before anything else in my life. As it fucking should. I mean, I will give that. We do see on social media that Diddy is very involved with his kids, but is it healthy is a whole nother question.
Oh my God!
In my opinion, my speculation, I have seen and heard conversation about how he is too involved with his children's life. I don't see him too much with the girls. He's not too much pushing them as much as he's pushed the boys, I believe. But Justin, supposedly his mother had said that he was accepted to, like, I think it was Harvard. But Diddy, probably to save fucking money because he's like that, Diddy wanted him to go to a totally different university. And when he did, Diddy was known to, be in the news because something about a sports team, he got like in the coach's face and started shit. That's too involved and too much pressure for a child. Also, Quincy was acting and doing his own career for a long time. And there was also rumors with that Diddy got involved, and he was, pretty much pressuring and threatening. I don't know if it was specific people, but on set about things being like, he deserves more money for this. Oh, he should have this type of control of this and this and this. He's too much involved and wants to micromanage everything. And that's what Diddy is all about. That's what his empire is built on. Whether you see it as, he's a hip hop mogul. He built it from the ground up. But did he really? Did he?
Yeah!
You think about it. Look what's happened to get where he is. Says a lot right there. Not just with his exes. Look at the people he's worked with in the music industry. Where are they now? How are they doing now?
Bruh.
Well, that's another time. That's another story for another time. So, how is the family doing? Kim was about love and all of that care she gave us every day. We just came together. It really made me proud that even though I didn't get married, Kim and I, along with other mothers of my children, raised a great family. We have a great family. The way we're handling it is together. From Sarah Chapman, Chance's mom, to Misha Hilton Brim, Justin's mother, and to all of Kim's friends, the grandparents. It takes a village. We're doing really well because her passing has changed us and made us love each other more. I'm happy to say that because at first I really didn't know how we'd be doing, but God is the greatest. And it's because of Kim we're doing well, because of the way she loved us. We wouldn't be able to love any other way. Her spirit wouldn't let us.
Nice.
I mean, that's nice to say. And she did have a tight-knit group of friends, and she did have a lot of support around her. A lot of people loved her, and that says a lot right there. It really does. And she, she's been with and around Diddy for a very long time. So whether he was open about certain secrets and kinks that he has, she knew a lot of his other personal secrets, and she kept it to herself. She was world class. Of course, I worry about the girls. One day I asked them, how are they being so strong? They said that in a weird way, their mother had taught them how to deal with death. About 6 years ago, Kim's mother, Sarah Porter, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and she moved her to LA. She passed away about a year and a half later. So the girls saw their mother deal with losing her mother. Now, ironically, they are teaching me how to deal with Kim's passing, their mother's passing. I mean, in a positive way, that's a full circle moment. Kim did very, very good with her children. Very good. So that was the article. And as you can see here, I believe that's Diddy's. Is that Diddy's mom? Because we all know Diddy loves his mama. And that's why I think with Kim being a mother of his children, he holds her and like Misha to a different standard in some ways. I know it's a little weird, but I love going back to read these old interviews, see if there's any little bits that were missing, Look at these pictures. I mean, Christian King Combs looks just like his daddy. Justin, you could see in his vibes, and not just this picture, but go look it up for yourself. He is hungry for that lifestyle, I think, that Diddy not only provides him, but throws him to be involved in. And the girls, these two are always making these faces, even still to this day. They look like both their mother and father, but they have the body and the presence like Kim. I think they're going to continue to probably be doing the modeling that they've been doing and follow under their mom's footsteps. And Chance, I don't know too much about, so I'm going to have to look into her a little bit. But she is very close with her other siblings. So tell me what you guys think about this article. Was there anything I didn't catch on to that you think we should discuss? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in a new video soon. I'm Linda, and that's for the record, Your Honor.